Good morning, wanderers. Here I am today in the Vatican to my vlog on this wonderful sovereign city in the middle of Rome. I'm currently in a bit of a square overlooking St. Peter's Basilica. It's a bit difficult to see. Again, there's lots of people. But I'm on a tour, going to the various museums, the Sistine Chapel, as well as St. Peter's Basilica itself at the end. So please join me on our journey through this wonderful city. See you soon. The Pine Concordia.
From the middle of Rome, next to the temple, they placed it at the entrance of the first one. We got two ones. The second one we see today is the second one. And the difference and the evolution of the ancient Greek structure. I'm speaking of
Approximate
this wouldn't literally be any Renaissance time.
Hallway of busts. The Belvedere. The octagonal courtyard. The Hall of the Animals. Oh, wow. Wow, the detail. The Hall of Dionysius. I don't think I've said that correctly. Each one of these inspiring a different style of art.
Beautiful, I don't know. Beautiful thing, I don't know. Beautiful, I don't know.
So that's what they call it.
The Sala Rotonda. The Gallery of the Candelabras.
I want to show you one thing, which might be related to a set story, but it is important because
The sarcophagus of Constantine's wife and daughter. The Hall of the Tapestries. Galleria della Carte Geografiche. That would be a map. The roof is incredibly ornate. Entering the Sistine Chapel, where I cannot talk. Wow.
Francesco Podesti, if you study an art history book, he's one of the many painters of the 19th.
And just like that, you're in St. Peter's Square. Hello, Pope.
Because we always see the Pope
And you want to make sure you appreciate, skip the line starts more or less from all the colonnade that goes all the way around.
Looking up to the Basilica. Just a few Catholics. Nothing to see here. The proportions, the size, the sheer size of the place is just very difficult to convey. Taking back the magnification, you can get an idea of just the ginormity of this. St. Peter's Square. It is enormous. And as a final note, I'd like to thank our guide David. Can I say that I would fully recommend the Get Your Guide Skip the Line tour. It was about $140 something each. It was called something like Vatican Museums and Basilica tour with the Sistine Chapel. About 2 hours. We walked past as part of a group, as part of about 1 billion groups, but we went past the enormous long half a kilometre line. For $140 we got the highlights, we got to go through the museum. David was exceptionally good at explaining it all. Took us through, told us about the Sistine Chapel and all the components on the ceiling frescoes before we went in. So I wouldn't normally give much of a note around those things, but very much worth the money. Don't scrimp, pay the $140, get your guide, do one of these tours. It'll make it so much easier than if you try and do it yourself. Thanks for that. So we went through the Sistine Chapel. You cannot take photos in there. Many, many levels of awesome. Looking at all of the different frescoes, each one of them a huge masterpiece of art. Michelangelo was truly an artistic genius, just awe-inspiring. And coming out of the Basilica here at St. Peter's, you are just hit with the monumental enormousness of it all. Each one of the little chapels is the size of St. Mary's back in Perth. Just fantastic. You don't have to be religious or indeed a Catholic to enjoy and just acknowledge the grandiose nature of this enormous cathedral here in the Vatican. So that probably ends my journey here today at the Vatican. Thank you very much for joining us. I hope you enjoy it. Please make some comments and like and subscribe as well yourself if you want to. Thanks for sharing with me. Keep wondering.